Alright, won't be long. Won't be long. Okay. Where were we? Boo! Alright, that's us. Alright, what's up, guys? We got a few people here. Few people already, that's very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and start the game. So as you can see, I've updated the game a little bit. We've got some nice new textures. Added some mods, which is very cool. Go ahead and resume our career. That's quite loud for me, actually. Alright. So, missions. What do we have for a mission? Explore the Mun and plant a flag on the Mun. Okay. Well, let's explore the Mun. I'd like you to go on the Mun and stay there in a nice stable orbit. It isn't personal, it's science. We need you to be able to perform a spacewalk. This time try to keep your helmet free of bodily fluid. Alright. So orbit the Mun and go on an orbital spacewalk. I think what we'll do is we'll go there, complete just this mission, because I mean, to be fair, we could try probably plant a flag as well at the same thing. But if we explore the Mun, we might get a contract to land on the Mun. So we'll explore the Mun first. And then I think we can probably try get a few more parts. Would be nice. These ones here might not be too bad because we get some fairings with this as well. We could start putting some drones up because I think we do have, yeah, we've got a Probodobodine, which will come in handy. Alright. Go ahead and go to the VAB. Now, okay. While I was mucking around, I made another. Let's just go to unsubscribe. Get rid of these. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, so I did make Aldrin 1, here we go. Now the Aldrin 1 is a 26,000 Kerbal rocket. Now if we take these off, 25, so we're almost sitting at 26,000. Now if we go to our Delta V map, pull that up. We have enough Delta V to get to the Mun. And back, ideally. So, if we go ahead and change these colors because that's cool. Then white there. And white there. That should be enough Delta V to get us to the Mun. We have a Science Junior, we have some drogue chutes, we have a parachute at the top. Okay. Let's go have a look. So we're sitting off the pad at 1.43 thruster weight. That's not too bad. Second stage 1.12. Stage 5 is 2.41. What's he? That's a swivel engine. So that'll be cool. So stage 5 is going to be enough to get us an encounter with the Mun. Let's go ahead and launch. Okay. Let's go through and check our staging. So 3 rockets, or 3, so we've got the 2 Reliance and the swivel. Now the 2 Reliance have a higher thrust, but they have no gimbal. So we're going to use the swivel's engine to orientate our rocket, and then the 2 lifters, they're going to come off. These are almost acting like SRBs. Then we start separating into our transfer and our circularization stage. So, hopefully, we shouldn't have any problems. Here we go. Right, we should be able to hold prograde there for just a little while. We're at 15,000 meters at 45 degrees, so we can start the straight burning prograde now. Apoapsis height is coming on 40,000 meters. Coming at 50,000 meters, switching to orbit velocity. We're at 55,000, we will probably cut the engines around 71,000. You can see that up here. Apoapsis height, so that's the top part of our trajectory, which you can see here. Apoapsis. So once that gets to 70, we also should have enough fuel in this stage to circularize as well. Oop, don't want to do that. Just 71,000. Alright, now, what we're going to do is create a maneuver node. Add maneuver. We don't need precise maneuver node yet. And we'll pull the apoapsis all the way back down. Here we go. Cool. The 900 delta V that's going to take, and we have 956 left in the tank, so that's more than enough. So the burn will take place Let's see, we got burn. Bring the burn details up. Burn is going to be 57.3 seconds. And we're going to start the burn in 8 seconds. One second. Ignite. Just keep on that maneuver node. And prepare to cut the engine. And hopefully, we go to surface. Here we go. Alright. So apoapsis height is 74, periapsis is 70. Not quite as pinpoint as we wanted it, but good enough for now. So we can go ahead and set the mun as a target. Now, we're 1 degree inclination off. 1 degree worth of inclination off. So if we create a maneuver node at the descending node, which is here, we can burn anti-normal. Alright. I need a 2-second burn time as well. From here, we're going to jettison and warp out into the sunlight. That. Switch to prograde. Alright. Okie dokie. Where are we? Here we are. Boom. Okay, sweet. Right. Let's go ahead and set... Oh, we haven't made that much progress. Alright. Go ahead and set a maneuver here. And we're just going to burn retrograde till we find an encounter there. Ooh. Right there. 2. So we burn... We just need to encounter, right? So... Ooh. Right, boom, right there. 865. Now we have... In this stage... Where's this stage? Okay. So in stage 5, which is the stage that we currently are sitting on, we have a full tank, and we're sitting at 1000 delta V. We're just over. The burn will take 865. So we can use some of this to prograde. Go ahead and extend that antenna. Cool. Righto. Go ahead and burn or warp all the way around. Got our maneuver node. Right, so it's a 31-second burn. That means we burn T minus 15 seconds. There goes the Aldrin debris. M. Jacobs, welcome to the stream, dude. Hello. Oh, hang on, let me just... Oh, there we go. That's actually working. How am I doing? I'm doing great, man. Thanks for popping on in. We're on our way to the moon. Oh, and we missed it. However, we should be okay. Seem really chill, stick around. Awesome, man. Thanks very much. We did start the burn a little bit late, but we should still be okay. The maneuver node adjusted, and we're still using the same amount of delta V. See where that got us, eh? Focus view. Alright, so we do need to burn retrograde just a little bit, because otherwise we're going to smash straight into the mud. We limit our throttle just a little bit. Go ahead and burn retrograde. Boom. Push that out to about 30,000 meters. You're writing an essay? So I'll kind of be lurking, but I'm here. Awesome, man. What's the essay about? Alright. So we want to warp all the way to there. To the start of our Mooner encounter. Bye-bye, Kerbal. Oh, doesn't that look brilliant? We'll probably drop down the ambient light, I think, just a little bit. 20%. Yeah, that's a little bit nicer. And we're going into an orbital view. Righto. So all of our experiments should have already been done. Yeah. So now we've got to go into low lunar encounter. In fact, here we go. Periapsis. I'm going to add them in over here. We're going to burn retrograde at the periapsis and bring our orbit to roughly 30-30. Just roughly. Okay. Now the contract, orbit the moon and go on an orbital spacewalk. So we can do that. Orbit the moon and go on an orbital spacewalk. Burn time 21 seconds. It's a research paper about child adolescent abuse in third world countries. Wow. But yeah, it does sound interesting. Alright. Time to apoapsis. Infinities? Infinities to apoapsis. Let's go to our burn data. So what? How come that didn't So freaking ready to get out of college. How long you got left, man? Ooh, and watch those frames. Here we go. Alright. One second to burn and go. Graduate next December. Ooh, not that long to go, man. 12 months. 12 months, eh? Here we go. Burn. And here we go. Bringing that orbit down and around. Right. And boom, we have met one parameter of our contract. Orbit the moon. I'm a senior right now. I'm supposed to grad in May, but you delayed a semester? Oh man, gives you more time. Alright, so let's do our first contract, EVA. Boom, and explore the moon is now complete. So if we can do a EVA report here, 24 science, which is actually really good. Board, and we'll do a crew report. Now, Science Junior, we're going to observe the materials bay. That gives us a whopping 75 science. We should be able to do our other experiments. So our mystery goo. Log our temperature. Even that gives us 24 science. So we're gonna be coming back from this with a lot of science. Do the other temperature and the other pressure data. Keep experiment. Alright, we're going to close these doors. Now hopefully we can come back to Kerbal with all of this experiment, or with all of this science. Where are we? Where are we right now? We create a maneuver node here and just burn prograde. Get us back. Oh. What gets us the closest? Okay. We can burn 200 delta V. If we go to our burn data, where are we? Sorry, our vessel data. Stage 3, we have 1700 meters a second of delta V. So we have more than enough delta V to get back to Kerbal. We come around here, warp here. It's only a 14-second burn. The engine that we're currently using has a really high ISP. So we get a really nice thrust to weight ratio. So thrust to weight is currently sitting at... do I look for that? Thrust to weight, 10.5. Okay, so in 20 seconds we're going to burn. 15. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1, burn. Alright. Real quick here. Ah, it's finally come through. So I'm going to play that again because I don't think it played before, but here we go. Boom, there we go. McJabs. McJacobs? I'm just going to call you Jacobs. There's that follow for you, mate. Thank you very much. It didn't come up before, but now it did. Because I am awesome. I have the power. Alright, so we are exiting the sphere of influence of the Mun. That's what everyone calls me. Easy, dude. Alright, so we're going to warp out of the influence of the Mun. And hopefully try and come back in. We're going to try to get as close to KSC as we can. I'm going to warp to the apoapsis. In fact, add a maneuver here. I'm going to burn retrograde. Bring that in. Probably go 300. How much delta V do we have left? So we have 1500 delta V left. So I can afford to... Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so... Nope. Nope. Right, go to our periapsis. Now I can afford to burn... Let's say 500 delta V. With this foot. Cool, 500 delta V. In fact, let's see what getting us down to 200,000 kilometers. Sorry, 200,000 meters rather. Okay, so that's going to take 670. So that's like half of, or less than half of our remaining delta V. So that's going to be no problem at all. We're going to warp to that maneuver node and execute it. Where are we? There we are. Oh, that looks so nice. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Right. Retrograde. Now the burn time is 43 seconds. There we go. Bring up our burn data. Get rid of that. We've done our contracts now. So, burn time 43 seconds. Time to node burn 3 minutes 15. We can go ahead and warp just a little bit more. Yep. We might as well burn now. once we get that periapsis down to 200,000 meters, we'll bring the apoapsis down, secularize, and then we can do a deorbit burn. Right, cut it there. Am I relatively new to the game or experienced? Right, so I've been playing KSP since it essentially first got released, since all you could do was launch a solid rocket booster with a capsule on the top. So I've been playing it for a few years, on and off. I have quite a few hundred hours in KSP. I'm no way near very experienced, but I mean, I'm experienced enough to do the basics, get to different planetary bodies. I can play the game. I do watch EJ. Yeah, I'm a big fan at EJ. Max Q, welcome to the stream. You started at 0.17. Do I remember what version I started at? No, I can't recall what version I started at, dude. Very, very early. Back when all you did was donate and you got a free download of the game. I live in his streams. Yeah, Jacob's, they're really good streams. In fact, he must not be streaming anymore. But yeah, he was on before. I was watching him just before I started, actually. Right, so we're going to bring the apoapsis down. And at this point, it doesn't really matter what we set it to. He always cuts at 3 AM. Oh yeah, nice. Cool, so we're just going to go ahead and burn retrograde. So the Aldrin 1 is coming back in. Played back in the day when every new release broke your saves, yeah. Yeah, more often than not, it broke the damn game as well. Ooh. Where's KSC? KSC's here. Okay, so we're just going to probably try touchdown in the ocean to the east of KSC, where we can get our vehicle recovered. There we go, that'd be perfect. So go ahead and we're just going to warp here. Yeah, there was some fond memories of early KSP, I can tell you that. Alright. Going for the recovery of the booster or ocean landing? Just an ocean landing, mate, so I'm going to jettison the booster. I think just at our periapsis, we're going to... Okay, so at our periapsis, we're just going to burn all of our remaining fact. Oh, we're just going to do it here. I quite like this new update. Tells you where your fuel will end. We're just going to burn retrograde right here, and then we're going to jettison our last liquid booster or liquid engine, and then hopefully touch down nice and safe into the ocean. Point retrograde. I'm going to hold retrograde. Retract the antenna. Warp in. Alright, we've hit the atmosphere. 1,000 meters. Now we do have, close the doors. We do have 3 drogue shoots, so hopefully that's going to be enough to slow us down. What's up, man? Hey, Sonic? Sonic? Tell me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. What's up, dude? We've just encountered the Mun. This is a fresh career. We just orbited the Mun, done a quick EVA, and now we're returning. Uh-oh, what's that heating up? Don't you dare get any hotter. Wait, did we run out of electric charge, did we? Must have. No, we've got enough electric charge. Easy. Easy! Right, so our drogue shoots are deployed as we come in. Then when we get a little bit lower, we'll engage our main shoot. Should hit the water nice and slow. Where did we end up getting? Oh yeah, we're quite a wee way off the coast. My chat is weird. How so, man? Do you mean my voice? Ah, all good, man. No worries. Alright, we'll just do a quick wee time warp, get a bit lower. Main chute deployed. Cool. And would you look at that? Are you running a graphics mod? I sure am. I'm running give me a second, I'll list off all the mods that I'm running. And splash. Nice. Cover that. Looks much better. Yeah, so let's see. What am I running? I am running so I'm running EVE, or EVE, Environmental Visual Enhancements. I'm running other things like Real Plume, Real Smoke, Scatterer, that's another one, Smoke Screen, Stock Visual Enhancements, and Texture Replacer, as well as a couple of other good to haves. Galileo Sun Flare, which gives a nice sunstrike. Right, oh, see this happened before. My KSC is now underground. Must be nice, my computer can hardly handle stock graphics. Oh dude, like I've got a 1080 Ti, man. Like this thing can, so grunty it can handle anything. Right, so we have now a whopping 255 science. And we're sitting at just under 800,000 Kerbucks. And Jeb has gained 1 XP. What would that be for? Oh, that'll be for the orbit of the Mun. That's cool. Yeah, for some reason, KSC ends up being underwater sometimes. So, all we gotta do is, okay, we'll save it first. Put to my menu, and then go back in. Looks like your mod hit the shit the bed here. Yeah, man. It did that before too, actually. All I need to do is come back to the main menu and go back in, and it seemed to fix itself. Yeah, okay, boom, there we go. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, right. So mission control, let's see what we've got. Explore Kerbal, lame. Wait. Go on an orbital spacewalk near Kerbal. I mean, we can do that easy, right? Science data from space around Kerbal. We can do that, that's easy. Atlantis Space Program, what's up, Thomas? Tsunami. So we've picked up another couple of contracts, so we can plant a flag, science data from space around Kerbal, and then explore Kerbal, so that's just going on a spacewalk. So we can do both of these at the same time, and then on our way to the moon. Then we need to plant a flag, so we can do all those. Well, we should be able to. Let's go see what we can unlock. So we should have landing legs, right? Yeah, we have little landing legs. So we want to go for the bigger landing legs. What can we go up here? This is a bigger rocketry, isn't it? That's a little rocketry, so 1990 it's 180. And we can get a fairing as well. The thermal control system. We don't have any relay antenna yet. I don't think we get them till here. Is that our first one? Nope, here we go. So that's our first relay antenna. So if we can go heavy rocketry, the reaction control system, some winglets. So I'd rather us get this first. We can get heavy landers here, but Skipper, Wolfhound, that's not a bad engine. And all these are handy too. Spark, liquid fuel engine. We'll get these two big boys up here. This one is also good because it gives us our fairing. We don't have enough to get any other packs, right? Okay. So what do we do then? We have just over 800,000. And it's 845,000 to upgrade this to level 3 to get custom action groups, which I mean are handy, but we don't necessarily need. Science, okay. So this might be quite handy. Porno music mod. I think we're going to commit 10% to this this strategy. So for each 10% of funds, we get 1 science. Oh, sorry, we get 1 science for each 12,000 funds. Then we might go that one there. Setup cost 100. Whoa. Okay, I don't know if I want to spend that much actually. Not yet, anyway. Don't have quite that much expendable income. Well, I mean, we might. Depends how this goes. Unknown object tracking. Okay. Well, first of all, let's design. So, we want this to be a manned landing, right? So if we get the Kerbal service module, get rid of those. We don't need those anymore. Now that ended up re-entering fine. We just need to chuck a fuel tank and some legs on it. I wonder if we can. This is where things are going to start to look a bit silly. We don't have the pod or anything for the next size pace. Oh, that's definitely not it. Sit there. If we can turn that upside down, actually, because did we get those big legs? We didn't. Those legs always snap on you. Yeah, and with I mean, that might not be too bad. Because if we just put... there we are. If we just put this little guy here... Yeah, the terrier is probably not going to be that bad either. However, the terrier is quite big. But if we pop him up there... That retracted. There we go. That might not be too bad. We might be able to do that. So that has 2,772 meters a second of delta V. So we can get this into a lunar encounter. I'm here for the mudkips. Right, actually we'll start this vessel. So we're going to start this vessel, and I already had the idea of the arm drawing 1. Right? So... first man on the moon, supposedly. We're going to give it this name. Now, I don't think... we don't have RCS, so we're going to have to put a reaction control system in here. So if we can find our center of mass... okay, so center mass is there. So... Killer Noob, hello you beautiful specimen of a man. What up, dude? How's it going, my friend? More mudkips for gravity. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's put the reaction control system can actually just go here. Why is that being all weird? There's two... okay. Right, well you can just go there then. And I'll put you here. Boom. Just like that. Right, and you can be auto-strutted to the heaviest part. Okay. So that's gonna be our lander. Let's just test this. We also need to add a oh no, we've got a Kerbal engineer part on it. Okay, so obviously the thrust to weight ratio is 0.23, so it's not, never going to lift it off. But hopefully with that reaction control system and this little thruster, this will make it to the surface, where we can carry out our science experiments. So go ahead and recover. In fact, we could have just reverted. Might have been easier to just revert. Oh, Ruben, thank you for the follow, my friend. Alright, next. Okay, back into the VAB. Thanks for the follow there, Ruben. I'm just gonna say Ruben, because that makes sense. But retracted. Okay, so now we're gonna start on our... let's see, let's bring up our Delta V map. So from an orbit, it takes 580 Delta V to land on the Moon. From there, it takes 310 to circularize. So if we can make a stage that can go from orbit around Kerbal, low Kerbal orbit, to a lunar encounter, which takes 860 Delta V, and then a further 310. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 1170 Delta V we need for our next stage. Oh shit, where are we going? Oh my god. Okay, so coupler, put him on there. Fuel tank. Now, depending what engine we're using, and now we have a couple more engines, I think we will be safe just to use another Terrier. And let's try that. The 787. That's not going to be enough. Rather, it's not going to be enough Delta V for that particular engine. What about... No. Okay. And that's going to be too much. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So we're going to go with the Terrier. Put him up there. Back. He can just go there. We will, however, put some more fuel tanks. Internal fuel tanks. And that gives a lot more Delta V. So that gives 1,130 meters a second of Delta V. How do I know it is too much? How do you know, well, how do you have too much Delta V? For this upper stage, so I'm working backwards, Jacobs. So I have a Delta V map. I mean, if you Google KSP Delta V map, it'll come up, and one of the first images is just this colorful little diagram. And you pick your objective, so you pick where you want to go, and you work backwards. So for me, it's the MUN. The total amount of Delta V to get there is 5,150 minimum. So that is without errors, perfect transfer. Bare minimum is 5,150. That's landed on the MUN. To get into low lunar orbit is a 580 Delta V. So that's vice versa. So to land it'd be 580, and to take off into low orbit it'd be 580. To get to a low Kerbal orbit from there is 1,170. So to get from Kerbal to a lunar orbit is 1,170. So this one here, 2,741, more than enough to land on the MUN and take off again, right? So that's what, remember, I've got to take off, get there, come back. So that's this stage has to hold enough for me to get back as well, to take off as well. Second stage has to have enough, 1,100, ooh, actually that isn't gonna be enough, is it? Shouldn't. What if we can... I don't want to keep this form factor. That's the only thing. It's a monoprop tank. Actually, hang on. We only... I don't even think we need 80 ablator. Yeah, it's going to be too big as well. So we're going to go with this one. Is this the chart? Yeah, man. That's the one. Yeah, that's it there. There's slightly nicer looking ones, but yeah, that's roughly, that's the same thing. Yeah. Same thing. We'll put some extra fuel tanks in there. This is going to bump the cost up quite a bit, but we have enough. We've got enough of in advance that's okay. Alright, so second stage done. Sweet, thanks dude. All good, bro. All good, no worries. Okay. Now add another decoupler. Now all of these have to be auto-strutted to the heaviest part, so we're just gonna do that. Right, now this is gonna be our lift stage. Yeah, this is going to be a lift stage. Now, I think we might have to go back into the big form factor now. Because we're going to need enough lift. That's too big. That's too big. That's too big. They're all too big. Can I not? Wait. What? Oh. There we go. Boom. And then if I put big boy engine. Looks weird. Is weird. Because I can just put one of these. Big one. Right there. So that's 1.24 thrust to weight ratio. That is a weird looking rocket. So if I take those off. That's a 1.08 thrust to weight ratio. 1.54. Looks like my toothbrush. Right, let's get this Delta Beamer back up. So, it takes 3,000... Where are we? 3,400 Delta V to get into orbit, supposedly. That's not enough. Not enough. So I reckon we keep this form factor. These are pretty big tanks. Okay, so we keep this form factor. We go along all the way down. 2 of those. With a swivel engine underneath. Boom. Now, that's 0.97 thrust to weight ratio. With not nearly enough delta V. However, if we go like this, don't need that many. Boom. That, in fact, actually, there we go. We do that. Strap on some more. Like that. We can do what's called asparagus staging. If you thrust your rocket into outer space, maybe you'll get a promotion. Maybe, man. Who knows, mate? Who knows? Okay, so let's see what happens if we put... Okay, that's 1.88, so that's a lot. But if we do that... 1.70. So we can chuck... 1.49. Aerodynamics, we can chuck this on here. Cool. So, heaviest part, heaviest part, heaviest part. I want to make these all orange. Cool, like that. That looks cool. Right, so that's going to be our lifting stage. All of these here. So they're all swivel engines, so they're going to... That's a lot of delta V. 3,306? Yeah. Yep, that'll work. I'm sure that'll work. If not, we can try it again. I mean, this is only a test, right? Test. Lunar lander. Save it there. Right, so with asparagus, or what asparagus staging is fuel lines connecting outer tanks, leading into the next tank, leading into the center tank. So, I'll show you. I shall show you. We have our external fuel ducts here. We don't want any kind of symmetry. So, the outer tanks, so this tank here and this one on the other side, will feed into, and you can tell by the wee arrows, will feed into the other tanks. Like so. Right? Now, once the fuel has gone out of these ones and into these tanks here will fuel the center tank. So, as each stage jettisons, we're left with full fuel. You should chuck aeronautical engineering into your CV. I'm not an aeronautical engineer, but we need to adjust our staging. So we have our four radial decouplers there. And we need to be careful not to jettison these ones first. So that one there, the 1 and 3. Go first. 1 and 3 go first, then 2 and 4, which will leave the center swivel. Right, that should be good enough. I always wondered what those were for. Yeah, they're not just for these. Like asparagus, a lot of people don't like asparagus. It's not realistic. You don't really use asparagus staging on external tanks. Yeah. I mean, you can just, it's just a Google away, the real world application for asparagus tanks. Asparagus staging, sorry, man, I'm on a roll, but I'm not on a roll. External fuel ducts. Too late, it's too late in the night for this. Okay. I'll put some winglets on, just for a little bit more control authority. Well, this map is going to completely change everything I do. Mate, if you're not using this, and if you're not using Kerbal Engineer, you're doing KSP wrong. Right? Stock KSP is great if you want to wing everything, but if you don't have Kerbal Engineer, and you're not going off a Delta V map, you're doing it wrong. Those are like, that's the minimum. Kerbal Engineer is the minimum thing you need. Guess and check, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, back in the pre-alpha days, like, you're literally doing everything by sight. Look at our winglets, which is nice. This is a $37,000, or, yeah, $37 craft. But I think we should be okay. So I think we can fulfill all of these. This map is life-changing. Glad to hear that, dude. That's good to hear. My grammar? Mate, your grammar, my English, we're just winning. Hang on a minute, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and launch. Don't talk about your grammar like that. This is gonna be one of those streams, is it? Alright, oh Jesus, she's on the piss already. Why? I don't know. Okay. SAS engaged, we don't have any RC. Ooh. Do we even have solar? We'll revert back to vehicle assembly. Because we're just running on batteries right now. I don't know if we have any solar. We don't. Okay, in that case we're going to put some more batteries in. Open up our service bay. We don't have any batteries at all. Right. Well, in that case, that's going to add a lot to our cost, but it's going to be needed. Because from that terrier there, we're not generating any sort of fuel. Now why did that tip over like that? I don't know. Alright, Armstrong run. Ready to go. You trust Duracell? Rather go with Energizer, but Duracell will have to do. It will have to do. Okay, I mean, we're already... Oh shit. Okay. Let's give it test flight. Okay. And you'll see what I mean. If you look at these fuel tanks, once I jettison the first set of lifting boosters, you'll definitely see what I mean. Because all the fuel should shoot up to full again. So we're at 90, we're at 100 meters a second. We're going to start pitching over. jettison the first lot. See, there we go. 3 full fuel tanks. Just gonna pitch up a little bit. There we go. Right. But you'll notice that the two sides are draining faster than the center one. That's because all the fuel is feeding from these external tanks into the center one, so that when we jettison, there's full fuel in this one. So we're slightly faster than we need to be at this point. No RCS? No RCS, my man. Right, we can go and hold prograde right here. Actually, we're a little bit shallow. I think this vehicle is quite heavy. We may need to revert unless I can hold here, okay. Man, you love this graphics mod? Oh, this is lovely, man. Yeah, it looks really nice, doesn't it? So we're at 20,000 meters right now, and our apoapsis is only 30,000. So I think what we might do is replace these swivel engines with the Reliance. Do I stream Kerbal daily? I try. So I've been away for a lot. I try to stream at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I've only started just getting back into Kerbal, so. Right, here we go. Starting to get into orbital velocity. We're just about to jettison the last 2 lifting stages. Boom, there we go. You love my stream? Thanks, Jacobs, man, that's great. That's really good to hear. So we're going to try to bring our prograde in line with our Eastings line. That'll be enough, I think. Okay, so apoapsis height is sitting at 61,000. Look at that. How fucking awesome is that? Alright. 66,000 meters. You can see it up here under the orbital section. So once we hit 71,000, we're going to cut engines. Cutting engines, right. I mean, that wasn't too bad of a burn, really, to be fair. So if we create a maneuver node. Okay. So all we want to do is circularize. Okay, so that's going to be 75, 70. That's okay. Alright, we can work with that. So it's a minute. That's a minute and a half long burn. So we're going to start the burn in 18 seconds. And it's going to be burning for almost a minute. Now, that's going to take 722 delta V, which we do have. Actually, we might not just make that, but that's okay. 2 seconds and ignite. Turn this sweet light on. Lights on. Isn't that awesome? So we do actually have enough delta V to do complete this burn. So this is actually perfect. So periapsis 70,000, apoapsis 76,000. So not entirely circular, but pretty close. Look at that. Look at that. Right. So free camera. Now, in this stage, there's only 153 meters a second left of delta V, so we can go ahead and jettison this. Perfect. And while we're doing that, we can EVA. Do an EVA report. Keep that. And we're going to let go. Deploy shoot. Let's not do that. Alright, let's check out our spacecraft. Check out our rocket. So this stage here. This stage should get us to the Mun. Then this stage here should get us landing on the Mun, and also have enough Delta V to get us back to Kerbal. And then of course, all the science and us up in this pod should should withstand entry back to Kerbal. So we've done our orbital spacewalk, completed that contract. Now we need to transmit or recover science from around Kerbal, so we can transfer the science. So if we get back into the capsule, if it's going to let me, grab that, forward, we should be able to, where are we? Review stored data, and send that back. So a little antenna will bloop 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 bloop, and that'll complete that contract. Done. Cool, so I've completed 2 contracts. Now, the last one, landing on the Mun, to plant a flag. Sebastiaz, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Put that back up there. Okay. So that lifter actually worked perfect. So if we had a little bit more weight up the top here, maybe one extra little bit of fuel, that one would have been perfect to get us into low Kerbal orbit. Right. Now let's check our inclination. So we set the Mun as a target. 0.8. So that's a little too ski whiff for my liking. So we'll come to our descending node, create a maneuver, and just push that down just a little bit, just until we're roughly, there we go. Okay. Spending about like 10 minutes waiting for KSP to load. 10 minutes, dude. What's going on? Are you running a lot of mods? Or is it just really intense on your computer? Okay, so we'll come ahead and I've got about 110 mods installed. Nice. We'll go ahead and warp to that maneuver onto the dark side of Kerbal. Do you have a lot of part mods? So I try to stay away from part mods. The only part mods that I have used really are what was it? I think it was station mods, some sort of station mods, and it was added like cool rotating rings and stuff. Right, so we'll start this burn in 3 seconds. Cool. And that's that done. So we should be sitting at perfectly in line with the Mun. So, trick for going to the Mun. If we put the Mun at 12 o'clock to Kerbal, and we come off about a 90 degree angle, and then another probably 45 off that, place a maneuver node, and just burn retrograde. Sorry, prograde rather. And then we'll come to our encounter, and then you can just tweak it from there. And you want to use as little Delta V as possible to get to the Mun. So according to the Delta V map, it's 860 to a encounter with the Mun. Lots of part mods, some are just visuals. Toothbrush mod. Best part mod, in your opinion, is the B9 procedural wings. Now, just bear with me, I'm going to have a quick look at that. ASP B9 procedural wings. Go big or go home. Oh. Oh, yep. Hey, that does look quite cool, actually. But yeah, like I said, I try to stay away from part mods. Alright, so 848 meters a second down here is going to get us to the Mun. Now, where is it going to get us to? Okay, it's going to get us here. 867 will get us there. Now, I mean, that should be fine. Not ideal. Wowza. Okay. Holy Jesus. What do we got there? Sebastiaz with a follow. Hey man, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Alright. So 871, so that's 11 more Delta V than the map suggests. But again, the map is bare minimum at the perfect, I think it's, was it home and transfer? So if you got to do a perfect home and transfer, the perfect amount, or the minimum amount is 860 Delta V. So for us using 871, that's not bad. Now, of course, this doesn't put us on a return trajectory. It slings us out into deep space, but that's fine because we're going to use the remainder of our Delta V to slow down. Like so. Cool. Like that. Right, so we're going to warp to our maneuver node, which is here. Warp here. Now let's get a nice view of us coming into the light. Look at that. There's a Galileo sun flare in effect. Look at that. Okay, so burn time, 2 minutes 31 seconds. So in 20 seconds we're going to initiate this burn. Point towards our maneuver node. And hopefully, this stage here has enough Delta V to get us all the way and circularized. So we have, we're burning in 5 seconds, we have 1,400 Delta V in this stage. Nice, look at that. Just hold up there guys, I'm just going to plug my phone in. Alright. Quite a long burn really, to be fair, but I mean we are hauling a lot of mass. Whoa. Max Q with the follow. Hey man, thank you very much. Welcome to the party, dude. Welcome to the party. Alright, we're coming up on burn finish. So hopefully we have enough Delta V left to circularize too. That'd be lovely. Throttle down just a little bit. Right, let's see where that puts us. Where does that put us? Right. I never seem to get viewers on Kerbal. Do you stream, do you, Mick Jacobs? How often do you stream, dude? Okay, so we're gonna circularize here. In fact, before that, we're gonna punch up here. Just raise his periapsis just a little bit. Oh, and we're gonna warp into the influence of the Mun. Eight more people, yeah guys, 8 more people, we'll hit that 150. Alright. So actually if we just burn here. That'll do. That'll do like that. Create a maneuver node here. Burn retrograde to have roughly circularized. Oop. Go there. Right, so that is a 46-second burn. Right, we actually need to extend our antenna, don't we? Extend the antenna. Awesome. Just like that. Right, so if we hold prograde, I've had a really hard time with this course load this semester, but usually every day, hoping to get back to it over Christmas break and into next semester. I have 250 followers exactly, but my views are typically low due to irregularity of your streams. It sucks. Yeah, man, it is really hard to stream if you're busy. I got a really busy career as well, so I'll go away a lot for work. So I can stream, 5 days a week, 1 week, and then the next week I might be away. So it is a real hard thing to keep track of, or to keep on top of. So 320 meters a second to circularize. So we have 500 meters a second left in this stage, in stage 4. Stage 1, or stage 2 rather, has 2,797 meters a second of delta V. We have a Terrier engine as well. I feel you. Yeah, dude, I feel you too, man. So we should have more than enough delta V to not only land and collect science, plant a flag, but get home again as well. So we are going to burn this node in just a little over 30 seconds. Oh, wait. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the music's actually quite nice. Look at that. Doesn't that make you just feel all alone? Look at that. 10 seconds. Right here. Burning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignite. I freaking love space. Yeah, Jacobs, I freaking love space too. Halfway through this tank, or this maneuver. I like potatoes. What about space potatoes? Or space beers. You Google space beers, you tell me what you find. Right, coming up on the completion of this burn. Righto. So apoapsis sitting at 68, periapsis is sitting at 66, so we're pretty much baked. Yep, pretty much baked. Come on, man, you type baked and I see baked and I say baked. God damn it. Pretty much circular. Let's have a look. Perfect. Now we just need to pick a landing spot, really. Okay, so we'll cut our periapsis, and we gotta lower that. Lower that substantially. Until we're sitting at about 10,000 meters. Right, so it's a 31 meter second burn, so that's nothing. Come over here. Your orbit is pretty baked. Are you playing right now, are you, Xanac? Sonic? I'm gonna call you Sonic. My girlfriend literally couldn't care less about how the potato comes. Right, 7,000, that'll do. So ideally, we're going to try land here somewhere. Okay, so we're going to do a save. No. Cancel that. We're going to do a save, not a load. Man, could you imagine that? Pre-mun landing. Right, we're going to warp all the way over here. My wife and kids are like that, they eat them raw. I look at them like they have 2 heads. Alright, so we got a solid connection to KSC. We have our intended landing zone, which will be somewhere along here, just depending what we can get our velocity down to. Now, our orbital velocity at the moment is 564. It will speed up by the time we hit our periapsis. And we have... Where are we? We have 165 meters a second left in this stage. Whoa, shit, look at that. Alright. We're going to start our deceleration burn. Right now. And we're just going to use up all the fuel in this tank. Then straight away, we're going to pop that. We're going to slow down some more. And we're probably going to end up landing in a crater, but who knows. Put our landing gear down. Now we can slow down more by just pointing to the horizon. You're not wrong. Now I have a feeling that we might actually end up landing in this crater. So let's go land in the crater. Alright. Let's see how this goes. We've just used under a couple hundred meters a second of delta V. Oh, we are going to be on the walls, aren't we? Well, that's not good. Let's go that way. Actually, this doesn't look too bad. Oh shit. Don't break the legs. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Okay, so we can start slowing down now. Depends how much of an angle we're on. Oh shit. Oh. Holy shit. Guys, look at that. Would you look at that? You know what I love? I love it when a plan comes together. Bloody hell. Damn. Damn, that is a good sight. Right. Thanks for that clip, Jacobs. Bloody hell. Right. Let's get into some sciencing. Observe the materials bay. Oh, look at that. Boom, 100 science right there. Right, open up our service bay. Mystery goo. Ooh, 40. Let's see if we can get another 40. Ooh, 40. Log temperature, log pressure data. Log temperature, and log pressure data. Boom. Right, now. We need a crew report. That much is easy. We also need an EVA report. So if I let go RCS. Whoa, there. EVA report from the surface of the Mun. And we also want a plant flag, because that will complete our contract. Yep, orange stripes. Site name, Mun Landing number 1. And that was in the Armstrong 1 successful landing. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, we come up here. Grab. Get back in. So, we're gonna save. Go. Landing. Ooh, landing site 1. Now, we have just over 2,000 meters a second. That should be more than enough to get us back home. But let's find out, shall we? So if we can get this up to, I think about 5,000 meters. I might go 7,000, I think. How much in the ideal world does it take you to get back? How? So, what do you mean? How much fuel or Delta V does it take in the real world? A lot. I might go 7.5. 7.5 right there. Okay. What we'll do now is we will circularize. Okay. Right, in 10 seconds. Have I never mun landed? No, I know I've mun landed plenty of times. This is the first time for this career that we've landed on the mun. Plenty of times. Plenty of Oh, right, gotcha. Yep, gotcha. That is the first ever mun landing you've ever seen. So good, dude. So good. Never left Kerbal in orbit. Again, man, like with that map plus mech jib, leaving's easy. All about your craft design as well. Okay. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Building a space station is fun as hell. Too right it is, dude. Too right it is. Okay. So that's a 31-second burn. We're just gonna warp around. I have 1 million satellites. I mean, hey, like, now that we've gone around the moon. Hey, look, there's a Easter egg there. Now that we've gone around the moon, we're gonna start getting different contracts. I think we've got a few rescue contracts. But yeah, so we've done those ones. But we'll get a few rescue contracts. We might even get a space station contract, which would be quite cool. We don't have any docking ports yet, so we can't really do it. But early game space stations are a bit meh. So we are 1,503 Delta V left. More than enough. More than enough. But because we're so low, it's gonna take us a while to warp all the way around. But hey, look at that. Look at that. Alright guys, I'm just going to leave you with that. I'm going to go grab a drink. Two. All right. I'm so confused as to how that is enough. He needed so much more Delta V to get there. Why so little to get home? Right. Because to get out, or to get into orbit from Kerbal, you need, what, 3,400 Delta V, right? I don't need that Delta V because I'm not fighting against gravity to get out of Kerbal. Hang on, let me just point prograde. We're gonna burn in 3 seconds. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna hit Kerbal's atmosphere, and I'm just gonna let gravity do the rest. I'm gonna pretty much fall. Whereas I don't need to work against Kerbal's gravity. That's why. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's screenshot worthy. Oh, that is cool. Oh, I mucked that up, but I mean, hey, that works. Mun's gravity is much less than Kerbal, plus there is no atmosphere to push through. So you only needed the amount to get out of the Mun. Pretty much. So I'm going to need a little bit more to work this orbit here, but I'll be fine. I've got 1200 meters a second delta V. So I can go to my periapsis, lower my apoapsis substantially, which was going to slow me down, and from there we can work out different things. So if I don't have enough, I can just do what's called an aero brake, which is using the Kerbal's atmosphere to slow me down. But I'm not going to really need to have to do that. I got 400 there. That's 700. In fact, you know what? Should we do an aero brake? Show you how it goes. Right, so if we hit the atmosphere here, let's go 65. In fact, let's go 60 or 63. That should be enough. Okay, so the atmosphere for Kerbal starts at 70,000 meters, right, or 70 kilometers. When we enter the atmosphere, it creates resistance, so it's going to be like pumping the brakes. So once we hit the periapsis, or once we hit the atmosphere, it's going to start slowing our speed, which is going to lower our orbit. We are going to skip out of the atmosphere again, but then we're going to come around, and we're going to hit the atmosphere again, which is going to lower this apoapsis even more. And it's going to do that as many times as necessary before the apoapsis is in the atmosphere again, and we end up falling to the surface. Right, but you'll see. The student has become the master. The pupate has morphed into the butterfly. Be free now, butterflies. So we'll see. So this is gonna be a long burn, which is fine. We have the delta V. So this is using just over half of the delta V that we already have. So hopefully we don't burn up or anything on this. I'm gonna save it here because the craft that I've built isn't built to aero brake as a complete craft. Aero brake test. And fingers crossed. Right. Alright, 15 seconds we're gonna burn retrograde. Oh, we're gonna retract that antenna. 8 seconds. Look at that. That looks beautiful. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignite. And this is going to lower our apoapsis. As you just watch that come in. Until the apoapsis and periapsis flip. In fact, we might just do that until it gets to just under 70,000, and you should still see that periapsis, or by the time we get there, that apoapsis come down. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, now the apo and periapsis are about to flip. Boom. Flipped. So I've still got 750 meters a second of delta V left. And I'm only going to use another 200. And as I'm using the fuel, I'm getting lighter. There we go. 400. Cool. So we're going to go to 68, right? You're going to see as we hit that atmosphere, you're going to see our apoapsis start to come down. Okay, so wait till we hit 70,000. You watch. You start watching this apoapsis height. It's going to slowly start to come down. Once we hit that 70,000. Or at least it should, right? There we go. Started. Started to come down. Now, the part of the atmosphere we're going through is very thin. So we're going to burn a bit. Obviously this isn't ideal, but we have the fuel to spare. Alright. Come up to our apoapsis. We can raise this. Well, sorry, lower the periapsis probably to 40,000. And at that point, the atmosphere is thick enough that we're going to have a substantial decline in speed. So yeah, it's not going to take much. We're going to end up with a bit more fuel left over. But hey, no worries. That's quite a nice looking craft, really, isn't it? Just with this little bobble. Would have been better with the bigger landing legs on it. So I think after 120 meters, 120 kilometers, we can climb warp up a bit more. Nope, apparently not. It looks like an anal plug. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, touche. Fuck. Who's that zero? Yeah, you smile away. Jeez. The best is. Many rockets do look like anal. Hey, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Right, well, we can't get any faster time warp yet, so we're just gonna wait. We have 95 meters a second delta V, so that shape is proven time and time again. It is, man. Hey, like, there's a reason that rockets look the way they do, because it works, right? Because it works. Alright, can we go a bit further? No. We can't. Oh, where's KSC? KSC's right here. So we are going to pass right over. It's an aerodynamically stable anal plug. In space high. So we're in space high now. 250. So anything under 250 is space low. Still can't, see, that does look awesome though, eh? Do a crew report. Oh, are we running out of, oh no, just the pod's electric charge. Designed to be mild. Alright guys, get your heads out of the gutter, hey? So we're coming up our apoapsis. Couple minutes. Couple minutes to the apoapsis. Oh, whoa, here we go. Alright, for some reason now we can... Right, so we're at the apoapsis. Well, you know, close enough. We're going to bring our periapsis down to about 40. Now, that should be enough for us to just cruise. And we might end up landing in the dark. But hopefully, see, with this new mod, it's harder to tell where the land is. But I mean, Should be okay. If we need to, we can save Kerbal re-entry. Save it there, because then if we need to, we can always come back and adjust our periapsis so we land in the light. Why don't you just quick save using 5? Because I like to name my my saves so I know what I'm reverting back to. I mean, I could, yeah, quick save, boom, done. But then if I have so many quick saves, then yeah. Plus the game quick saves automatically as well. So doing a hard save means I can, you know, if I go past the place where I quick save, I can't, you know, go back far enough. So if I hard save, then I know exactly where I am. Right. Let's come into the atmosphere. Ooh, damn. Okay. You must have hundreds of saves? Nah, man. Nah. I don't actually. Alright. So we're going to start slowing right down. Now you can see the apoapsis starting to come down now. It'll start to come down faster and faster and faster the lower we go. Here we go. So now we're burning up, which isn't great. But if I put these legs out, it creates a little bit more drag. So now we're really coming in. If this doesn't work... Ooh, landing legs are gone. That's still okay. It's still okay. Yeah, we might end up coming into the light, actually. Nope. Nope, we're still well and truly in the dark. We might actually be able to land this with the drogue chutes, because I mean there's not much weight in there anymore, but there's the money that we'd get in this in recovering the parts. And we have 3 drogues and a main chute, so who knows. I always struggle getting a shuttle to able to re-enter orbit. Oh dude, shuttles can be really difficult. Why do I want this? There we go. Alright. I mean that's the main chute. Why did that not deploy? That's really annoying. I'm gonna do it manually, okay. Deploy chute. So you lot are all in space doing stuff. I'm here doing a double-2 replica, World War II replica. Replica. What do you mean, man? What are you up to? Nothing wrong with World War II, man. Okay, so hopefully the main chute, once we get to 1,000 meters above sea level, deploys. BF-109 replica. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Alright. So we're coming down, we're still coming down pretty hard. Hopefully this engine will take most of the impact. And we'll be left with at least a couple of parts. It's still quite fast though. Hopefully we don't all blow up. Boom. Perfect. How about that? Alright, go ahead and recover. So doing that we saved a bit of money recovering parts, and we even had a tiny wee bit of fuel left too. Anal plug brute stuff again. 365 science. We get 1 science for every day of the year. Awesome. And we're sitting at almost 1.2 million funds. 2 XP. Awesome. Up to the next morning. I was doing fighter jets for a while before I decided to go into space. Nice. Fighters are cool. You can get some sweet sweet fighters going. Hey, look at this. The tide's out. So does that mean that depending on what time of day? No, that's not a thing. Get her a bug? Ah, okay. Rip. Well, hey, like, our whole complex was engulfed in water before, so that's fine. At least it's low. Righto, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Mission control. I thought I did. Oh, what? Okay. Yes, that landed at Kerbal. That's easy. Explore Kerbal. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. We don't have any docking ports, so we can't do that. Do we have any other? Okay, so we've just got that one. So test that stack separator. We can do that. The Armstrong one was good. Test the stack separator. What? Oh, can we find it? Where is it? There it is. It didn't test. What was up with that? Recover. Or do we have to test it between two parts? Let's try that. Okay. We ever added bombs to your WD2 replicas and then bomb the space station? Yes. Well, let's flip this upside down. There we go. Let's try that. So I think we just need to activate it through the staging sequence, right? And we just get a little bit of funds. Landed, Kerbal. Test. Oh shit. You see that? It just flew up into the air. Let's crack up. Cool. Done. We'll recover that. Right, what can we buy? What can we buy? Can't get any of this. Because we can't go past this line. However, these are just structural tubes. Want the big landing legs. We also want the lander and here we go. Here we go. Mark II command pod. Definitely getting that. Hitchhiker. Don't really need those yet. There's some docking ports. What's that? Oh, it's a probe core. Okay, some lights. Don't need those. Yeah, these are going to be good. Advanced construction. These will be good. Now, we don't really need the hitchhiker containers yet. We don't really need these yet. What's this? Another stack separator, adapters. I mean, there's a docking port there. Or we can go for solar panels. There's a probe core there too. We don't really need aviation. Not yet. We're not getting into that yet. What else have we got? Thermal control system. That's good for, like, was it nuclear engines, I think it is? And we can only get that up here. Alright. Maybe we should get the Clampertron. Miniaturization. I mean, we have enough batteries. Maybe we should get that in case. Actually, to be fair, where do we get our first relay antenna? here. So that's probably not a bad idea to get this. We have solar panels, we have lights, but we do want the docking ports, don't we? We get the docking ports. Boom, done. It's done. What are you going to do about it? Right, mission control. Explore Kerbal. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. Done. Science data from the surface of the moon. Done. Land on the moon, fly over the moon. No, we're not going to do that one yet. So this is suborbital, land on the moon, suborbital, land on the moon, fly by the moon, land on the moon. Okay. Half a mil to upgrade. We get unknown object tracking. More than half a mil to upgrade. Alright. Because now we've got the new parts, right? Got the new parts. Get out of here. Mark II command pod. Awesome. What's that? Radial mount camera. What? That's pretty damn cool. Is that stock? Wow. That's okay. That's neat. What? Alright, what do we got here? Bomb the island airfield with this. Oh yes, nice. Okay. I just hang on, guys. I really want to try this this camera out. Let me just load. Don't save. Load the Armstrong 1. Get this camera. And I'm just gonna put heaps of cameras everywhere. Yeah, launch. Hold, was it hold U? Hold U. U. Do we have to, you know, do we have to launch or anything? That didn't do anything. Revert to vehicle assembly. We're going to play around with those cameras though. Not yet, but we will. Right, Mark II command pod. Parachute. Okay. Thermal, 1 point, there we go. And a decoupler. Where are you? There. In fact, really, we want to have that on there, don't we? So we can dock. Engine plate. These are pretty cool. We can chuck multiple little engines on here. That's also quite neat. But I think we have... Oh. Hey, get back here. We have fairings as well. Oh. Yeah, Zonic82. Thanks for the follow. Awesome, much appreciated, man. Man, I keep clicking outside of my box. Here we go. Payload. Fairing service module. See, these are quite cool as well. So we can take the shroud off. We bought heaps of different little experiments in here. But that's for another time. Fiesta! We can also truss structure and interstage nodes. So we can Do that, and we can build a payload for here, but we don't have the right size, unfortunately. Not yet. Have other modules. We've got a landing can, so that's quite cool. And we can use that to some degree as well. Look how small that is comparatively. Okay, fuel. No, it's these ones I believe, isn't it? Nope. These ones here, must be, yeah. And the engine for these. That can't be right. Go structural. Yeah, I don't have all the engine parts or anything for this pod, but if we put an engine plate, yeah, with two, make it 3 little engines. Boom, like that. I see you found. That's an old command. Alright. Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna just build 2 very basic, all the same. We don't have 2 pilots. Yes, we do. We are going to do docking port up here. Right. Have 2 parachutes on each side. Thermal with 80 ablator. Nope, too big. So it gets Poco Loco at your castle? It does. Well, it can do. Can do. I mean, do we even have control? We do have RCS. Okay, so fuel tanks, monoprop. Okay. Yeah, carrier on. Where is he? Carrier's on. Monoprop. And and our control. I'm gonna go over there. Sweet. So that is gonna be our little rendezvous craft, right? Now that's got heaps. Now we just need a lifting stage, right? So decoupler. So this is just gonna be really easy. Real simple craft. Get rid of that. Fuel tanks. Boom. But we might need a little bit more than that, to be fair. That's annoying, you can't, that's alright. Oop. Engines, we should just be able to have a... So that's quite a lot of delta V, but we might put 2 of these here. 269. Shika, hello. Hello, Shika. What brings you to this stream on this fantastic night? Maybe we'll just do two SRBs on the side. Probably don't need to be that big. Look at these bad boys. Radio, don't need to be that. So I did it again, clicked out of the window. Right. There we go. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, let's give this a go. I mean, this is going to be... We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's 14,000 for a contract that... So this is going to be the... Okay, let's see. A famous rescuer. Famous... Ooh. Famous welder. Bernardus. There we go, Bernardus. This is going to be called the Bernardus 1. There's going to be a test. And it's going to be a rendezvous. Save. Launch. Righto. Auto strut. Auto strut. Wait. Revert. To vehicle assembly, we need to put a Kerbal engineer module on here so we know what we're doing. Utility. Nope. Science? There we go. There we go. Easy. Alright, now we know what we're doing. Let's get this first one up. Now this one's got Jeb in it. I probably should have put some nerve in, but that's okay. Holy shit. Whoa. Hello, Shiko. Fast as fuck, man. That's an understatement, dude. What does that thing do? What thing? Oh, that didn't work. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. What does what thing do, Jacobs? Are you talking about, these here? The SRBs? The recorder? Ah, so that gives me all this data up here. All of this data tells me what my thrust to weight ratio is, how much delta V I have, etc, etc. So if I... Let's see if I payload winglet. I can't understand you, Shika. I don't know what that means. Does anyone speak Shika? Okay. Let's try that again. We have a low thrust to weight ratio. I don't even know who you're talking to. Look at the chat on the on screen. Not in the chat on Twitch. Look at the on screen chat. So I'm using Restream. Oh, you have? I can see it. I can definitely see it. Yeah, strange. Alright, anyway. He's speaking a weird language. Or he's speaking in gibberish. Okay. We're at 0.93. That's strange. Yeah, Jacobs can see it. Yeah. Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna need put the reliant on. Now, well, not ideal. Let's try that. From what I hear, you're not missing much? No, you're definitely not. You're definitely not. Someone from YouTube. Okay, here we go. So this is a better thrust to weight ratio, 1.15. Oh shit. See, the only bad thing about this engine doesn't have gimbal, so I'm relying on my control surfaces and my winglets. Right? Which isn't good to do. I thought it was just one of your bots spamming YouTube shit. No, that's not. So Restream is Restream is just the application that I use to stream to multiple sites at once. Yeah. Alright, well we're gonna just go do this then. Hey, what's going on? Oh. Symmetry. Oh, no. Cool, that works. And now, okay, now we'll put 3 swivels on, and that'll be enough. There. And also, remember how we did the fuel? There we go, fuel right there. Into the center. So that should be enough. Well, truly enough to get us into orbit. You love this? Cheers, Checker. To be fair, we probably don't need that. That there should be more than enough. That is going to be more than enough. Or it's not. Oh, that's very slow. Oh. For some reason that staged weird. So that's supposed to go all at once. That needs to be auto strutted to the heaviest part, as does that and these. Cool. Save, launch. So that was weird. Never understood how you can have enough delta V to complete the job, but can't get off the ground. It comes down to thrust to weight. So the amount of delta V I have here, if I took this vessel and instantly teleported it into space, I'd have probably 3 times as much delta V. I want to speak my name and tell me, can you do that? Can I do what? I'm just calling you Sheikha because I can't pronounce your first name, mate. Hussein? Hussein? I thought the rocket equation worked out thrust to weight ratio. It does, but there's only so much thrust that an engine can put out. Boom. As we go up and we use the fuel, our thrust to weight ratio goes up. So you can see it there climbing where my mouse cursor is. And once we jettison these two side tanks, it'll change again. You're so confused right now? What are you confused about? Get our prograde marker over the line here. Excellent. Oh, shit, yeah. Right, jettisoning. Right, now thrust to weight ratio has changed again, 1.74. So we're going to push our apoapsis, try to get that out to probably around 100,000. Or 100 kilometers. Maybe even more, but as you can see we've had more than enough delta V. Okay, let's go 150,000. And then we'll circularize from there. Alright, here we go. Cool. So the 31-second burn. So in 3 minutes we're going to ignite. We'll just warp a little bit so we don't have to do all that noise. Oh, whoops, 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 whoops. 9 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ignite. Right, let's see what that gave us. 166 plays 151. We're just using our CS thrusters to move our apoapsis down. Right, that's almost perfect. We'll have to get going, done work for the night. All good, Sonic. No worries, I'll leave you with this lovely little picture of us orbiting Kerbal. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for popping on in, thanks for the follow. Alright. Now, we're probably gonna change that actually. Yeah. That'll do. Ooh. You want to go to the moon? Hey, we've already been to the moon, Chica. What we're doing at the moment is putting this guy up in orbit. And then we're going to send another one up to meet him. We're going to rendezvous with this guy. Right, so we're going to come all the way to our ascending node. We're going to burn for 3 seconds. That's just going to level out our orbit. Burning in 1 second. Cool. And that's given us pretty equatorial orbit. Right. So now if we go back to the Space Center. And we go to the VAB. We can chuck another pilot in exactly the same rocket. Yep, and we got Valentina. Cool, so she's a good enough pilot. So, Bernardos. Oh, it is a Bernardos one. Okay, so we're gonna launch again. Do I know? I don't. I can tell you right now, I don't. Right, so Valentina's going to go up and meet Jib. However, we're going to wait until Jib is just behind the KSC. He's about here. Or, in fact, in front of it. I think in front should be okay, because we can catch up. I think that's fine. Let's go. Gotta be careful because obviously Valentina isn't a experienced pilot, so she can't hold prograde, so I'm going to do everything manually. Where we want to be, that's fine. No, I don't, Chica. I don't, mate. We're gonna punch through the atmosphere. Apoapsis is sitting at 60, almost 70. Okay. So I don't know any. Yes, it's 154 on that side. 143 and 146. So that's fine. What we want to be is we want to be lower. We want to be in a lower orbit than what we currently are. Max Q. Max Q is giving a go. Right, so in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we're going to burn for 27 seconds. Oh dear. Burn. But we are making this a target. Whoa, 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 what's happening here? Why is that? No, 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 no. Why are we going over there? That's not what I wanted to do. We wanna... It's definitely not what we wanna do. Ah! Okay, in any case, we can try and adjust our, we have enough delta V to maneuver back. Not quite ideal, but hey. We will lower it a little bit more, I think. See, yeah, we're mucking this up. We're definitely mucking this up. Alright, we're gonna revert. Alright. I think we're gonna end on a cliffhanger. I think tomorrow, this will give us something to do tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and save here. Pre-rendezvous launch. Boom. Go back to the Space Center. I'll have a look, see what contracts we can do tomorrow as well. Oh, mean. What day is it for you currently? Today is Friday, so it's Friday night, 1 in the morning. Okay, let's go to the mission control. Well, so actually, yeah, it's Saturday morning for me. 40 minutes after midnight on Saturday morning. Okay, well, as you can see, the KSC is underwater. It's Friday at 6:41. Oh yeah, sweet. So, yeah, that's about right. Holy frick! Yeah, I'm in the future. So I'm streaming from New Zealand, guys. Let's see, this guy, Honeyfuck, is streaming KSP, mining and bases. Bro, whoa, you're in the future. Are there flying cars yet? Nah, man. No flying cars. Alright, Dan Shu. Dan Shu is currently streaming, so we're gonna drop him in some
1.5 atmospheres.
Oh, here we go. So he's
so
doing
the atmosphere around
some exploration. Now Dan Shu is a really good streamer. He streams with a lot of mods. So make sure you pop him a follow. Chuck some love in chat. Right. See you guys tomorrow night, guys. Peace out.
What's our current altitude?
Yeah, look at my KSP homie. It's underwater. All right, guys. See you later.